I'm gonna be waiting for a few people to come in. This video, I don't usually be having planned lives, you guys. So as y'all play this, some people may play this back, and I don't plan on being on here very long either. I'm just trying to try out lives every now and then. Don't mind my hair. I didn't style my pixie cut this morning, so yeah, it's kind of Hey, I'm clean though, but if y'all watching this, yeah, I need to talk to the more mature audience, people that's paying their bills and stuff like that, and yeah, anybody that can relate. And if this is affecting y'all, I think that we from everywhere, all over. I don't care if you live where I live, all over need to come together and put an end to this. These people think money grow on trees. I mean, I really feel like they think money grow on trees, and it got to be more than just us accepting it. It shouldn't be just us having to accept it. I'm gonna be trying to, if y'all like this too, comment to y'all thoughts. Even if y'all comment late, that's cool, but let me know what y'all think about that. Share my live and stuff like that out. Yeah, I feel like something definitely need to be done about this. I definitely want to I want to get in contact with my local news department and everything about it, because I just feel like it's fraud. A lot of fraudulent charges going on, and I feel like they should owe us money back. And these electric companies owe us money. A lot of us are paying our money down the drain, and it's just how they do how they're going about doing things is just definitely not okay and not acceptable. So I'm waiting for people to come in. As y'all coming alive, y'all can comment y'all thoughts based off the title, what y'all think and stuff like that. If y'all can relate to this or whatever, whoever joins and stuff like that, whoever happens to see this video, um, we 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes into it. I don't plan on running the past 10 minutes, anyways. It may not be a right time, but I'm gonna just keep trying different lives and different relatable topics and everything too, y'all. Um, I know it's around school time too, so a lot of people, kids probably getting out, but my daughter's in her playpen, she too. So, I just chose to just randomly, this got me heated, this topic. So I did a couple shorts. So if y'all new to my channel, go ahead and check out my channel, check out some of them shorts. I do a lot of relatable content, and maybe controversial to people. So I'm not scared to talk about it. And right now I'm talking about the electric companies and how I feel like they're scamming and frauding us and frauding the system to get over and cut costs, or make up costs for what's going on with this gas inflation and everything. And yes, it just seemed like it's gradually going up, but for me, when it's getting about how much I pay for my rent every month, that's to me a big no. It's ridiculous. I literally just paid my bill completely off, and by the time I get my next bill, it's like I'm being double charged each time, and I'm just fed up with it. I'm very fed up with it. I'm very fed up with their system, and most of them be a monopoly, so it's like it's only one electric company. Where you at? It's not like it's multiple. And the solar energy efficient costing systems, they are out of this world as far as how much they cost. A lot of people can't afford that, and they know that, so they can afford to charge us how much ever they want to charge us. They not reading these meters. They're not reading those meters like they're supposed to. And I had it, and I want to know if anybody else feel the same way. I've done a little bit of investigation with with my company in particular, um, and I've read posts on Reddit, so I know obviously other people are feeling the same way. And I just feel like it should be like a petition or something that we can get started to do, about this. If for our states, our city, wherever y'all at, if y'all feel that same way, like I'm just fed up with giving them just about all my money each month. I can see where I stay, and it's warming up outside, so I don't understand why these bills are so high still. I really don't understand. But I don't know, that's me. Maybe this is not a concern for some people. Some people probably are concerned about other things. I am concerned about where I stay and my energy. costs and stuff like that. I have a child, and a lot of people that might look at this have children, so it should be an issue and a concern for you as well. If your heat and everything is on, and even if it is being paid, aren't you concerned on, if you read your bills every month? I can't always, oh yeah, understand all this and stuff like that. And sometimes they want to tackle on old bills and stuff like that. I know cable companies do that too. They tackle on an old bill, and they want to merge it together, and give you a minimum payment, but that's not how much you have to pay all together. They don't never give you the full amount of what you're supposed to really be paying. It's always pieced off. And then they say that they offer the payment arrangements or the budget billing, but what I found out, that is just literally, you're thinking that you're paying a certain amount a month. Most people, can only, you figure, let's say for example, they're trying to charge you 400. They're telling you to put down 400 or something like that. That's what you can afford. You figure you got other bills and stuff like that, and especially with everything. And I know that they don't care. That's how they make their money, the interest and all that stuff like that. And the payment plans is really how they make their money. They don't want you to really pay it all the way off. So don't ever think that you're truly paying it all the way off. Obviously, it's never paid all the way off, because let's say you owed them a total of 1,200 altogether. Okay, I paid this 1,200. You really owe them a total of like 1,700. You got to consider your current bill too. So let's say so it's gonna be like 1,700. Let's say you usually pay, if you didn't owe them a balance. A lot of people owe balances on their accounts right now, because of the economy and everything and how it's going. So let's say, yeah, like I said, you owed them 1,200 for past due balances or whatever. Let's say, okay, you didn't, people, a lot of people do this. It's your money, whatever. You use your tax money, because that's where, especially if you got kids, that's where you're gonna get the bulk of your money at. Let's be honest. Let's be adults and everything about it. Don't nobody really got it all like what they say they got. So that's why you see most people getting their furniture, or paying off a lot of their bills, or getting new cars around tax time, because that's when they usually really have it. Unless you really got it like that, then this video ain't pertaining to you. Obviously, this live is not pertaining to you anyways. It's pertaining to people of working class, 9 to 5, single mothers, people who really can relate to this, what I'm talking about. So, even if you do see this video later, like I said, just tune into it, comment your thoughts and stuff like that. I would be grateful if you just share it out and stuff like that. Share this video to people that's pertaining to, that'll truly be appreciative to me, because I feel like this is a controversial topic that is affecting billions, if not trillions of people, and we all need to be in tuned on it, and we don't need to just let it go under the rug. I know that we all have a lot of things to worry about in our lives, and a lot of our lives is busy, and our time is precious, but don't let them keep scamming your money or taking your money away. And I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna see how I can get this resolved. I definitely, I've checked my credit report to see if like if they're adding on something from like years ago. Obviously I wasn't always the greatest with managing my money, when I was younger and stuff. So I know about all these little schemes, the payment plans, all that stuff like that. That's how I'm able to say it. So I was just seeing, like, is that a back balance that they just now tackling on, when I paid the balance they sent me in the mail, like that's the balance I paid. Um, and then I had created an account with my electric company. So I'm like, okay, well, this balance is definitely different than the balance that they sent me here, on the online. It's definitely different than the balance that I had sent to me in the mail on paper. And so I decided to call, as far as in the one on paper, because now I'm like, I don't know which one is which. I don't know where this extra money is coming from. It's like almost an extra $700-800 that wasn't mentioned on this bill that I just paid. So it's got me heated and frustrated. It does. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know about, okay. I'm looking at the little thing and something popped up. I don't know what that was. But yeah, so Yeah, you guys, I'm just like heated. But I'm about to end this. Like I said, I made shorts and everything pertaining on this. I'm gonna try, different videos at different times. I would love if y'all go ahead and tune into this live and stuff, even at a later time, a later date or whatever. Whenever y'all get time, and then yeah, just tell me y'all thoughts and what y'all feel about it. Obviously, it seems like it's nothing. Obviously, we can do about it. We don't run the companies and stuff, and they know, more likely these places are, monopoly. They bought it out, so they're, like I said, that one energy company, per city, state, wherever you are. Like ours is the only one in the city, probably for the state. So it's not like they can be bought out by anybody else, so they can afford to charge what they want and tackle on what they want, and they make you feel like, oh, they're renewing some kind of agreement, or something like that. And it's not even like, when you make your car payments a month. It's not even like that, because at least you're getting towards something. It's like they're never giving you a point to pay your balance completely off. Like, so basically, if you get behind in your bills a little bit, even if it's from years ago, like years, because the stuff, the balance that we would have had, or I would have had rather, on my account is from like literally years, almost 10 years ago. I was like 20, 21 then. You figure now I'm in my 30s, and I've been paying my bills consistency now, or consistently now. So I don't understand. I didn't came into, obviously paid, came to money and stuff, paid that stuff off, or paid what they're asking me for off. I paid my bills on time and stuff like that, or whatever. And it just doesn't matter. I tried to call myself doing a payment plan. I didn't like how that was going. So because to me it made it feel like I was never going to pay it off, first off. So I pay what they asked me. I'm thinking I'm paying extra money, and it's like there's no way around it, and I'm getting frustrated. I'm, getting fed up with it, and it's like it's nothing we could do about it. I really wish it was something that could be done about this. I feel like they need more flexible payment plans. It needs to be more like a school loan kind of setup thing, is what I feel. Separate the bills. Separate my past due balance. If I have a past due balance, separate that. Don't put it all together and keep tackling it on and adding it on with more current charges and interest like that, because that's how they're getting us, and that's how they're getting the money. If you could relate, if you're, feeling where I'm going with this. If you feel like you could never catch up on your electric bill, then that's pretty much, how I feel, and that's what they're doing. It's not like a school loan. I feel like they should separate the balances. Separate my current balance, and then let me pay what I can on my past due. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? Like, that's what I feel. And that's their scheme on how they do this thing, so that way they can keep you down and keep you. It's no reason why the electric bill should be just as much, or if not more, than what you're paying for rent. I can see, I don't even see, you know, if your car payment is 400 or 500, and even me, I can't even see a car payment being up past 500. I'm sorry, I don't care how new the car is, I can't see that. So if it's even more than that, I feel like that's way too much a month, especially if they're supposed to have you on a payment plan. The payment plan, that should be the payment plan, is me paying. I'm saying quote unquote, that's, I love you using the air quotes, meaning I'm very sarcastic, so that's what I mean by the quote unquote. If it's a quote unquote payment plan, it shouldn't be no more than 400 or 500. That should include the current plus whatever you're gonna charge me for the past due balance. That's how they're scheming people. I want to end to this. So share this video out, like, comment, share this live out rather. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know y'all thoughts on that. I'm about to be out, y'all. It's 15 minutes long. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday though, and yeah, I'm gonna be out.